Hey folks, how's it going? We're finally checking out the Germans episode of Fawlty Towers. The episode is back on BritBox. Did I show you guys? Oh, I told you guys last week this episode was removed from BritBox. I'll put a screenshot somewhere for it to show you guys because I recorded it when it was removed. And I was like, oh man, they removed the Germans episode. That's crazy. Now it's back. So it's from one of my videos. I can't remember which video it's in, but from one of my videos when I recorded this part, you can clearly see the German episode was missing. And I just screenshot and put it there, but it's back now for some reason. But I'm not going to watch it because one of you guys warned me that some of the stuff has been edited out with some of the videos, and I don't want to do that with this one. I don't want to end up having some stuff removed. So you guys provided a Daily Motion link right here that you guys said everything is still in it. Well, I shouldn't say you guys. One individual and that received some likes said that this was golden. I can watch this one. There's no issues with it. So this is what I'm going to watch instead of watching on BritBox. So let's go ahead and jump into it, folks, and we'll definitely talk about it more in the end.
So you're sure you'll be all right?
What, Basil?
I said you're sure you'll be all right.
Will you get me my bed jacket?
Bed jacket.
Oh, it's the one with the flowers, did I?
No, you didn't quite right. No, I only picked that one up to annoy you, actually. I mean, what have you got all this stuff for?
What?
I mean, you're only here 3 days. You're going to play charades every night? This one?
Is it blue?
Well, it's bluish, I suppose.
It's been sitting there for 2 weeks, Basil.
Yes, yes, yes.
I don't know why you bought it.
It will lend the lobby a certain ambience, Sybil. Has a touch of style about it.
Got a touch of mange about it.
That is not so.
It's got things living in it, Basil. It's
With your
nasty.
feet up, and I'll go and carry you up.
It's like right next to us, my mom would do.
I am actually about to undergo an operation, Basil.
Oh, yes, how is the old toenail? Still growing in? Still burrowing its way down to the bone? Still macheting its way through the nerve?
Ah, there you are. Come along, out you go.
Oh, were you talking to me? I'm sorry, I thought there was a dog in here.
Oh, no. No dogs in here.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, no, not allowed. Now, come along, you're in the way.
Fawlty's the name. Mr.
You can leave.
Such a smart ass.
What do they call you, sister? Is it a term of endearment?
Damn.
Now, look, Mr. Fawlty, I'm not going to ask you again.
Presumably you wouldn't mind if I said goodbye to my wife. She is under the knife tomorrow.
It's an ingrowing toenail.
Mr. Fawlty?
Yes.
What did he jump back?
How do you do that?
You've just seen your wife.
Yes, just say goodbye. Well, au revoir.
Yeah.
So cold-blooded.
Evening, Major.
Evening, Fawlty. Hampshire won.
Did it? Oh, isn't that good? How splendid.
Oh, Fawlty, I'm
Apparently.
Oh, she won't be away for long, will she?
No. Not unless it's a serious mistake.
You've always got Elsie to help you.
Who?
Elsie.
Well, she left a couple of years ago, Major.
Funny, I thought I saw her yesterday.
What the
Niggers
hell?
are the West Indians. These people are wogs. No, she said all cricketers
Oh, my
are
God.
niggers.
Well, I know what you mean, but...
Bunch of cuts, that's what they are. All of them. Bad eggs.
Well, yes, forgive and forget, Major. I mean, God knows how the bastard. Still. I'd better put the moose up.
Well, you've got to love them, I suppose, haven't you?
Yeah,
I don't
racist
know what
old
you're
man.
bothering with that for.
They said some of them didn't speak English.
Well, that's their problem, isn't it? I don't know why she's going to complicate everything. Got a cardi, did you?
Yes. No immediate hurry.
Drunken old sod. Polly! Manuel! Do what I'm already doing. I mean, what is the point of reminding me to do what I'm already doing? I mean, what is the bloody point? I'm doing it!
Fucking losing it.
Yes, I picked it up, yes. No, I haven't had a chance yet. I've been at it solidly ever since I got back. Yes, I will, yes. Yes! Oh, it's the Admirable Crichton. Well,
You called, son.
last week, but not to worry. Oh, Buddha. Look, go and get me a hammer. It doesn't matter. I'll get it. You come here and tidy. You know, tidy?
Oh, tidy, see.
Yes, I get hammer and hit you on the head with it.
Hammer. How are you, sir? You see, I speak English well. I learn it from a book.
Is it? Oh, yes, I suppose it is.
Yes, I can speak English. I learned it from a book.
Did you? Did you really? Oh, there you are, Fawlty.
Yes, I'm just going to open up, Major.
Oh, fine.
Canadian, I think, Major.
Yeah, I didn't know that Canadians was clever as that? My God.
He started early. Polly? What's that smell?
Oh, hello, Mrs. Fawlty.
I'm doing it! I'm doing it now! I'm doing it now!
He says he's doing it now. How's the name?
Doing it now.
I wish it was this one. There, tell the tyrant queen her cardies are safe forever.
Well over, man.
Oh, you about to get smacked,
And he
dude.
seems to have got himself jammed over the
Mr.
swivel chair. And the flowers have just fallen on him. No, everything else is fine.
Good.
Oh, what is...
Dude, just throw it away.
Right, well, go on, get back to your work.
Oh, see.
£12. Good morning.
Good morning.
You know there's a fire drill in a few minutes, do you?
No.
I mean, you know what you're doing, do you?
Help get people out of the bedrooms upstairs.
While learning 2 Oriental languages, yes.
Mr. Fawlty?
Yes?
Who else is doing the upstairs?
Only you, it doesn't take a moment.
Yes, but I'm only here at meal times.
So?
Well, what happens if there's a fire when I'm not
Yes,
here?
we're just going to have it. I hadn't forgotten. Yes, I know I need the key. It's on the top of the...
Uh-oh.
Where is it? Well, what you put it in there for? Nobody's going to steal it, are they? The burglar alarm, sorry. Sorry, Miss Tibbs.
What?
That was the burglar alarm. The fire drill's not for a couple of minutes. Sorry, excuse me.
Miss Fawlty.
No, my wife left the, excuse me.
Yes?
Sorry, that wasn't the fire bell. Sorry, that was just the...
No. He means the drill hasn't started yet.
What drill? We didn't hear a drill.
No, look.
Oh, my God.
That was the burglar alarm.
See? The burglar alarm.
Yes.
Are they burglar? Evidently.
No, what's the matter with you all? It's perfectly simple. Anyway, the fire drill doesn't start till 12 o'clock.
It is 12 o'clock.
Well, it is now, but that's because we've been standing about arguing about it.
How on earth
Just let
can you
them
expect
leave.
us to tell which bell is which? We haven't heard them yet, have
Joey, will you come back?
He's looking losing it, dude.
Fool! Listen to it!
Oh, God.
No! Will you shut up? No, will you shut up? It's not fire. Tell him, Polly. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Perhaps they're upstairs.
What's happening now? Now! Do you know what the fire bell sounds like? I mean, are you just going to stand there?
Well, what do you suggest?
Well, couldn't one or two of you go in the bar and a few in the dining room? I mean, use your imagination. What? Well, this is supposed to be a fire drill.
There's only a few seconds.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. You better get your ass beat, man. Well. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness, dude.
Will you get back in there? Shut up. I mean, just get on with your work.
Mr. Fawlty, it's fire!
Did you hear what I said?
No, but it's fire!
It's no fire. It's only drill.
It's fire! It's fire! It's fire!
Well, I will keep the fire department happy for another 6 months. And why me, Paul? Will you shut up? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And they're freaking burning.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, could I have everyone down here in the lobby? Again, sorry. The point is, can I put it this way? Fire? What? Fire? Fire? Fire?
Where?
Fire?
Dude, Sybil's gonna kill him.
Would you believe it? The first time we've ever had a fire here in this hotel, and somebody's lost the key. I mean, isn't that typical of this place? Oh, thank you, God. Thank you so bloody much.
I was gonna say, when are you gonna get a fire extinguisher, man?
Pull, man, pull. Right, open the door.
Oh, God. Wait.
What's he doing? What is he looking at?
Fire!
It's out. There's not much.
Oh my God, where is it? What are they?
What are you doing?
Gotta get back.
Basil, will you get back into bed?
What is it now?
I'm going to call someone if you don't get back into bed.
Listen,
Come on,
Sybil, please. I'll handle this if you don't mind. Now,
It exploded in my face. I mean, what is the point of a fire extinguisher? It sits there for months, and when you actually have a fire, when you actually need the bloody thing, it blows your head off. I mean, what is happening in this country? It's bloody Wilson.
Oh, guy's a
My
dick.
God, you're ugly, aren't you?
I'll get the doctor.
You need
Oh
a
my God,
plastic
you're
surgeon,
ugly.
dear, not a doctor.
But I should think the hotel can do without that sort of coping for a couple of days. What do you think, Basil?
What?
She just shit all over you, dude.
Oh, hello, doctor.
Out of bed, Mr. Fawlty?
Sort of. Oh, there they are. Well, better get back into bed. Feel a little bit woozy.
You will for a time, Mr. Fawlty. You will.
Manuel?
Oh, Mr. Fawlty,
Good evening.
are you all right now?
Perfectly, thank you. Take this to the room, please, dear.
Are you sure you're all right?
Perfectly, thank you. Right as
What I
rain.
do dare.
I'm sorry, could you say it again?
You speak German?
Oh, German! I'm sorry, I thought there was something wrong with you. Oh, of course! The German.
You speak German?
Well, a little. I get by.
Ein bisschen.
Ein Auto mieten.
Auto. Oh, I see. You're volunteering to go out to get some meat. Not necessary. We have meat here. We have meat here in the building.
Days, you know, in the hospital.
Idle hands get in the way of the devil's work, Fawlty. Now,
Right, well, why don't you go and have a lie down and I can deal with this?
yes, good idea. Good idea, Elsie. Yes, a bit of a headache, actually.
We don't think you're well, Mr. Fawlty.
Next, please.
Polly, are these Germans too?
Oh, yes, but I can do
Right. Here's the plan. I'll stand there and ask them if they want something to drink before the war.
You?
Oh, you speak English?
Of course.
Ah, wonderful, wunderbar. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am the owner of 40 Towers. And may I welcome your war? Your war? On the wall. Korean
Oh,
war.
God.
Sorry, Korean.
Thank you. We will eat now.
Oh, good. Please, do allow me. May I say how pleased we are to have some Europeans here now that we are on the continent? Oh, it's funny. Thought you'd gone to Canada. And it's delicious and nutritious. In fact, it's really good. Really good.
The wheel is good.
Yes, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
cocktail.
Oh, prawn. That was it. When you said prawn, I thought you said war. Oh, the war. Oh, yes. Completely slipped my mind. Yes, I'd forgotten all about it. Himmler and all that. Oh, yes. Completely forgotten it. Just like that. Sorry, what was it again? Hors d'oeuvres. Hors d'oeuvres, which must be obeyed at all times without question.
Will you please call your wife immediately?
Oh, Sybil, she's in the hospital, you silly girl.
Yes, call her there.
I can't. I've got too much to do. Listen, don't.
I'm gonna get you.
Shut up! Here, watch. Who's this then? Stuff you, but I'll do the funny walk. He goes.
Not for us. Not for any German people.
You have absolutely no sense of humor, do you?
This is not funny!
Who won the bloody war anyway?
Mr. Fawlty, you'll be all right. Come with me.
Fine.
God.
Oh, he hit me on the head.
No.
No, you hit him on the head. You naughty moose.
However did they win?
He's so fucking stupid. Oh, that was fantastic. So yeah, I think like I got a lot more out of the joke this time. I think I laughed a bit harder when I first saw it, just because of how animated he was, how he's clearly offending everybody. But I also still got more out of this because now I actually knew he had a head injury. That was something that added to it. And I know how Fawlty is really good at constantly making things worse all the time. He's always making things worse and worse and worse, and not listening to any of his employees when they try to warn him about something. Like, hey, stop doing this or come this way, do this thing. He always ignores everything they say. So you get a lot. I got a lot more from that as well. And him trying to run from the doctor. That part wasn't in the little clip that I watched. And then, everything just leading up to it was fantastic. This was a really funny episode all around. The whole thing was really, really funny. Not just that German scene. The German scene was like the icing on the cake, but it's really funny. But like when he was saying the Colonel. When the Colonel was like talking about like Indians and all that kind of stuff and dropping the N-bomb and everything, man. That was funny. Now, one of you guys sent me a message saying you were concerned that I might get offended by one of the scenes in this episode, and I'm pretty positive it's the Major scene when he's dropping the N-bomb and stuff. Now, no, I don't get offended by that kind of stuff. And the reason why is because nobody was like embracing what he was saying. It's not like Fawlty was like right there like, yeah, that's right, let's get on the Jews next. That's not how it was going. The Major was saying some stuff, and you can kind of tell Fawlty was just trying to like, okay, yeah, that's how old people are. And he segued the conversation to women. A more comfortable category. Because men and women take jabs at each other all the time. Gender jokes are, well, back then were a bit more safe. You can't really make too many jokes like that anymore. Now, but you can tell him trying to segue it to like more of a woman against man kind of thing, as opposed to like him, you know, digging into and pushing into the whole racial slur thing. And then the whole argument was kind of goofy anyway, because he's arguing with the lady about what racial slur she should be using towards a certain group of Indians. So all around it was goofy. It was just funny. I didn't take offense to that type of stuff. The biggest thing is when you call, if nobody's embracing a person's behavior, you're good on that. And then if the other person, like Fawlty, is in the situation, and he's clearly like, this is just an old man, being an old man, let me segue the conversation to somewhere else. I'm not going to embrace the shit he's saying. Showing that Fawlty clearly grew up in a different generation, where he's like, okay, we can talk shit about women, but we're not going to talk shit about different races. We're golden. But if you're in the hospital, when that black dude walked up behind Fawlty, he kind of jumped back. He was like taken back from it, and then he readjusted himself. It's like, okay, it is what it is. It's just a doctor. So that's how I feel like somebody would genuinely react, like in the 70s and stuff, when they're not used to being around a lot of black people. Then a person that walks up who's a doctor, you don't expect that doctor to be black. I can see that. I'm assuming that's what the joke was. That he didn't expect the doctor to be black. But after he realized it was a doctor, he just went about his business. It's not like he stayed all weirded out. It's not like he's like, I don't want a black guy touching my wife. I don't want him doing a surgery. None of that stuff. He just moved on with it. Which, I don't know, it just kind of shows that, like, there's still some generational things where Fawlty wasn't expecting the doctor to be a black guy, and then also you see that generational thing where he's talking to like the Major and not embracing what the Major is saying. He just segueing into like women versus men kind of thing. So like I said, like one of the best things you can do to keep it comedy, as opposed to what people call hate speech or like just racial or whatever, is when somebody's clearly not when the person who's saying the racial slurs or talking about racial stuff is actually the butt of the joke. Like, he's the person being made fun of. He's not being embraced. Like, it's a negative aspect of his personality that nobody's embracing. They're just accepting it for, like, that's who this guy is. You have the 70-year-old guy who grew up through wars, who was in a war in the 70s, dropping that word, and you're surprised. You shouldn't be. Don't be surprised. Because I'm not surprised. Like I said, all you can do is teach. You can just be open to teaching people how to be different and giving them room to grow. When they're that old, it's really hard to change them, but you can't help the way they think, but you can help the way they speak. If you come into somebody from a place of caring, then they'll take it better. But if you're chastising somebody, they're just going to double down on whatever beliefs they have, or they're just going to avoid whatever culture they offended altogether for the rest of their life. That's just how it's going to go, in most cases. Alright guys, that is all for this one. I enjoyed this episode. Hopefully you guys are happy, safe, and healthy. I'll see you in the next one. Later.